The following program has been rated GE by the Kenya Film Classification Board. It is therefore suitable for general family viewing.
Hello viewer, welcome to Chungu cha Jamii. I'm your host Eunice Mugo. Today on the show we are going to talk about green pastures in European countries. Have you ever dreamt or envisioned yourself going to the European countries for further studies, working, visiting, name it? Join us across all our social media networks. That's GBS TV Africa. Our SMS line is 244. On the show, I'm not alone. I have a guest who is going to help us to understand more about the opportunities found in the European countries. I will allow her to introduce herself. Welcome, guest.
Hello. Hello, good morning, viewers. My name is Mary Muli, an employee of the Start Africa Limited, and we deal with visa facilitations for European countries. So we're going to explore the opportunities in the European countries and the greener pastures, because that's all we offer. And in all our services, I get to understand that it's only the health service facilitation where you are going to be treated, which is not a green pasture. And it's also a green pasture in a way, because you are going to get better services than maybe we have in Kenya, and maybe you will get better. So be with us in this chat and let's interact.
Thank you so much for coming. So maybe to start with, from where you're coming from, why European countries or not any other countries?
Okay, so we do European countries because mostly we get cases of the Arabic countries doing mistreatment and abuse of human rights to our citizens who we take abroad, and that's not our wish for our clients and the people we serve. So we chose European countries because they are better, they value human rights, and according to the jobs we place people, they are humanly, and we don't do mostly on the house helps and the house and the in-old jobs. So we value human rights, and we value your contentment as our client.
Wow,
yes.
That one is so impactful. So when we are talking about mistreatment in Arabic countries, we also have them in the European countries, in as much as they are not well coming out, in as much as audibility, because a lot of people say they find content in European countries. But again, we have cases, if you go online, you'll find cases of people who are saying, I'd rather stay in Kenya than going back abroad because I went through ABCD. Now, in eventualities of the same, what have you put in measure to ensure that your clients are safe and secure and doing their jobs at peace of heart and mind?
Okay, so on the job opportunities we have partnered with the job creators, so we are able to connect with them, and maybe in the cases of mistreatment, we are able to maybe get in touch with the client and the employer and get to know the baseline of the case, and if possible we get to maybe visit that country, because we do a lot of visiting to maybe see how our clients are faring, and maybe to look for job opportunities, because in most cases these jobs we are offering, we have gone there as a company, we have secured those jobs, and we have also maybe made terms with the employers on this and this, and how to handle our clients. So, and again, in the European countries, we get to understand that mistreatment and abuse is taken well care of. So if you get abuse from an employer, you are able to report them to the yeah, to the authorities, and they'll get good care of you. Yeah.
Wow. So, if I go now, I want to go, let's say, what are maybe before I get there, what are some of the countries that you take care of when it comes to job placement, when it comes to visa allocation and so on?
Okay, so we take care of European countries such as Canada, Australia, UK, Germany. We do Italy. We also do Brazil. We also do Lithuania, Denmark, Sweden, and those countries in the European world. And we also do China for trade fairs and expos. And we also do Kuwait, which is in the Middle East. Yes.
Wow.
And Turkey for those business people who are willing to go and buy goods from Turkey and maybe have trade fairs and such on.
Wow. So now that you mentioned about trade, and me as a business person, I want to go. Maybe you can take me through generally of the requirements that are needed. Let's say I'm taking an expo in China, comparing it maybe in Kuwait. Do I need the same documents? Are the documents relevantly the same, or are they differing in countries? And also maybe an overview of the amount maybe that I should have as a business person.
Okay, so most trade expos we do, like currently we are planning a trade expo in South Africa in the coming around September. So what we do, you can either participate as a delegate, so you'll have the fee which you'll pay as a delegate, which is almost, let's say 50,000 Kenyan shillings and above. So it will depend with our terms, because we are still on the cooking stage of that expo. And when you're going as you can go as a delegate, you can go as a sponsor, you can sponsor the trade expo, and you can even go as a company. Your company, you can take the company, maybe some few staffs to go and benchmark and maybe get to know what South Africans are doing on their side, the goods they are offering, and Kenyans, because we are targeting business people from all over Kenya, both small business people and large companies. So you can come benchmark, maybe, and you'll also get an opportunity to set your businesses in those countries if you are interested. And again, on that, when you're going for trade expos, you only need the passport, because we'll get an agreement between the government, the South African government, and the Kenyan government on the people we are taking. So on the trade expos, you only need the passport and the travel documents only. Yes.
So there, when you're doing travel expos, we have nothing to do with credentials in terms of how far I've studied, what are my grades, so much and so forth.
Not really. You on trade expos, because we get to understand that everybody is a business-oriented person. You can be maybe a Form 4 leaver and a successful business person. You can be a graduate and maybe you'll not do that well in business. So on that, we don't check on your grades, on your personality. So it's only the interested people and those serious business people who are willing to go and explore the outside world and get greener pastures in other countries, because you get to interact with many business people, the foreigners in South Africa, and both local people. So you get to weigh and maybe know about your businesses, what to do, where to improve. Yes.
When you talk about going for such events, and let's say I want to go and give an expose of my company or the services that I have back here in Kenya, and wanting to put a branch in that particular country. So when I go, where do I start from? Do you facilitate everything, or is it just the diplomatic services? What do you provide? Where do I come in as a person to say, now this one is upon you? We can help you to facilitate, but you will pay for it 100%. And also, do we have services like transportation from the airport to whatever rooms I'm going to sleep, to a tour to where I'm going to do the expose? Because trying to think out loud, if I'm going there, do we have also a prior trip too in terms of preparation and seeing? Because in most cases, if I'm in Kenya and I want to do my business expo in let's say in town, I will mostly in terms of preparation, I go to visit the place ahead of time, get to see where I'm going to do my setup, get to see the venue, get to do my setup, so that also I do my own planning at the back of my mind and also with my team if I have a team. So do you also have such a thing when you're going outside the country, or is it just you, the company, or the middle person who is facilitating all this, who goes, take care of everything, and me as a trading person just come in the last day? How does that go?
Okay, so we as a company, we do a prior visit, and we also have a company in South Africa. For example, I'm giving an example of South Africa because that's what we are planning as at now. So we have a company in South Africa, our branch in South Africa, What's That Africa Limited South Africa branch. So we have our company there, and we ourselves, we also do a prior visit and get to understand the logistics, the bookings of the venue, everything, and how to partner with the South African government in case you need to set up your business in that country. And again, on the hotel bookings and the flights, so we planning to have a flight. The flight, you'll pay for the flight, so we'll cater for everything, you moving from maybe where you are to the airport, and after you reach the airport in South Africa, you'll also be received and taken to your rooms where you'll be spending for the 3 to 4 days, which will be having our trade expo in South Africa. And again, we'll also have the guides who will take people through the processes and what is required for them to set up their businesses. And on the business permits, what you only have to cater for is the documentation. We do the other part, and we help you set up your business there. Yes.
So when you say we have guards who are going to help us to do the setups and also help us to maybe move around, is also, how is the government coming to play in place in terms of security? And because maybe if I have services, if that's only providing of services, I only have to carry myself. But if I'm going to do business and then I have also to carry my merchandise, how safe are my products, given that I'm new? I've never been to South Africa before or in any other country. So how safe are my things, and how safe am I as a person? Because also safety is key, and also for me to also to understand better the country that I'm going to, and by the end of it all, it's out of security, out of being hosted well, that I get to settle and say, now this is a good country to venture into. How do you ensure that the clients are well taken care of in terms of security, in terms of goods being secured in everything, and yeah, those two.
Okay, in terms of personal security, first your security starts with yourselves.
Okay.
So you have to make sure that you are on the safe side, because first take care of yourself first. And we are coming in as a company to provide security in terms of the security personnel we'll put in place to help facilitate your security, and also be guarding the places you'll be staying in for the 3-4 days, and you'll be having your trade fair and expos, and maybe your display and all that. And in the part of the products you'll be going to display. So we're putting in logistics to ensure that your products are secure, and we also, because we love security in Nandi, so we'll ensure that everything is well taken care of, and doubt not, we'll give you the best security.
Maybe dwelling on that, if I found everything that you've provided for, I'm good with it, I've gone, have done my expose, now it's time to come back. You said it's around 3 to 4 days. Is my visa only valid for 3 to 4 days, or is it an extension one, whereby if I decide I don't want to go back at this particular day that you had scheduled after the expo, and I want to prolong, maybe due to some other businesses venture that I've grown interest with during the expo, do you still guarantee my security and safety on the same after the expo? And do you also help in terms of showing me around? Because now I've gained interest in 2-3 different things, and maybe in different cities. Maybe, to put an example, in South Africa, like you're saying, maybe in Joburg, from Joburg you go to the other city. Do you also facilitate in terms of transport now? Because I'm interested, is it on the same scope of package, or is it now that's a different package altogether now that I've decided to extend?
Okay, so in the case where you decide to extend, you'll we as a company can offer the services, but at your cost. Yes, so we'll take you around. If you're interested, we'll show you, and because we have our company there, we can give you a personnel who will take you around, show you through many businesses, whatever you got interest in, maybe show you through, maybe you're planning to set a business there. Maybe they can help you with choices. And yes, okay, they can help you with choices, maybe see the flow of people, where business is. So if you want to extend, it's still possible, and we as a company can facilitate that, but at your cost. Yes.
So other than business expo and work related business visa, what other visas and facilitation do you offer?
Okay, so we also offer study visas for people willing to maybe sponsor themselves in European countries. We also do university placement, so we help you maybe have a variety of universities and choices, maybe courses, and a good deal for you. So you can look at the fee structure, what they offer, do they offer accommodation. So it will be upon you to look at which offer is best for you. So, and again, we also have currently China scholarships. So those who are interested can visit our offices. We do have all programs from undergraduate, postgraduate, both masters and PhD. So you can come to our offices at Pension Towers, get to see the packages, because some have the full tuition fee catered for, accommodation catered for, a monthly stipend. Others have the tuition fee and the monthly stipend. Others have the tuition fee, no accommodation, no stipend. So you can come see the programs, the degrees they offer, and the good thing about them, they are teaching in English.
Wow.
Yes.
Viewer, I hope you're getting to learn this and much more about green pastures in European countries. Send in your question, your comments across all our social media networks. That's GBS TV Africa. Our SMS line is 21144. We'll take a short break.